Hi, once again, ladies and gentlemen. Diamond Billiard Products is honored to welcome all of you to the Silver Jubilee edition of the world-famous Derby City Classic. All right. Thank you. Thank you all very much, and thank you all for being a part of this most historic tournament. We're in the ACCUSTATS Arena, as we always are this time of year, at Caesar Southern Indiana. And this event, once again, is proudly sponsored by Diamond Billiard Products, Simonis Cloth, and Aramuth. And, of course, with our associate sponsors, Outsville and Master Chalk. And we want to thank, once again, our tournament direction team from Bad Boys Billiards Productions. It's a heck of a milestone that we've accomplished here, 25 years. 25 years of anything is a milestone, but in our industry, it's an unprecedented feat. There's only one other tournament, I believe, that's run longer, and we all know what that one is, but it can't come close to this. We'd like to say one more time that all of you are the ones that have brought us to this moment. We couldn't have achieved it without the devotion and support of our DCC family, not only here ringside, but around the world. So thank you very much for being with us, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy this. You've earned it, and you deserve it. Thank you very much. All right, we've waited all week. We're almost there. This is one pocket. Here's where we are and where we came from. 402 began. There are 3 left. Of the 3, one player has a rebuy. You'll find that out momentarily. Shane Van Boening received the buy, so he's waiting in the wings. And at this time, it's my honor to introduce our 2 competitors. From Germany, this man already has 3 banners upstairs, or 2 on the way that he's already achieved this week. He successfully defended his Derby City Bigfoot 10-Ball Challenge Championship, and he just won the bank pool division a couple of days ago, and he's in a good spot for Master of the Table. We'll see how that turns out. He's sponsored by Predator, by Andy Cloth, by How Tips, and Apex Pool Tables. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the killer, Joshua Filler. And his opponent, with a rebuy, originally from Russia, now resides here in the USA. Speaking of banners, this gentleman, in a very short period of time, has posted 7 banners up top. 7. There's only 1 or 2 guys that have more, and they've been playing forever. He's got 2 bank titles, a 1-pocket title, 2 Master of the Tables, and a 9-ball. And before it's all said and done, he'll probably hit double digits. Sponsored by Triple 60 and Diamond, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Ghost, Fedor Gorst. All right, let's get it underway. Send it upstairs to the comm box, to the best in the business, Mark Wilson and Double J. Take it away.
Next up, we have Firepower Supreme. Welcome to ACCUSTATS feature presentation. We need the best analyst ever for this one. So glad you're here, Jeremy. And I'm Mark Wilson. Any pre-match thoughts on this one?
Well, it's just a lot of what Kenny said and what you said prior. How we're going to see these guys for so long facing off against each other, and you really don't want to miss any of them, and definitely not here in 2024 down to the final 3. It's no coincidence in my mind that these 2 in SVB are in this final 3 of the 1 pocket, and also with Filler winning the banks. Of course, he took down the Bigfoot, making a deep run in the 1 pocket. He's a favorite for the all-around, but the 2 guys that really can kind of take it away are the 2 guys that are left in this event along with Josh. Shane had a deep run in the banks. Fedor had a deep run in the banks. Of course, Filler went the deepest with the victory, but huge matches here in the 1 pocket here late to set up the all-around and try to get this title.
Now, Gorst won the lag, and that could prove to be the difference in this match.
Well, I don't know if you saw. I did. They were both watching the lag. pretty intensely, knowing how big the lag is in this race to 3, especially on the slicker table, I think.
Both these players have played many times before, and they're going to play many more times in the future. This will be a must-see every time they match up.
Yeah, this is odd. He'd like to push through on the 6 and get below the 10. That way, when he goes over, he doesn't leave some type of play on the 6. But it looks like the 6 is kind of aimed into the 10 a little bit, so very hard to go forward.
Right.
He's certainly not going to challenge on the first shot unless he feels like that's all he has.
I think he's going to rub off the stack and try to get tucked underneath the 9-ball here.
Yeah, take a chance of getting underneath it. Wouldn't mind jacked up. That wouldn't be bad either. But
Didn't quite get where he needed to be. Gorst maybe have a bank on the 6, at the very least, to get it on his side.
I think he can go here. I think it's thin enough to track the cue ball 3 rails. Not much threat in the stack facing Josh's pocket, so that makes you feel better about the cue ball.
Right.
Now, depending on if he plays it with outside spin, inside spin, no spin, that'll tell us how fast the cue ball works around the table.
The significant clutter on Gorst's side would mean if he could leave it, like, say, in the center of the end rail down here and just get the 6 over there, that might be more productive than him going all out and making the bank. Looks like he's shooting to make the bank, however. He is. And he's scoring that bank.
Trying to get on that 8-ball. The 10's a beauty to get on later to open the pack and maybe finish the run. Or maybe get in on that 12 and 2. The 10's a nice one to come right into the 4. He'll try and pick off the 8 and a 3, I think, before, and then the 9 before he gets on the 10. I wouldn't worry about the 1 till way later. As long as the 3 squeezes by, which I think it does. All right, that tells me maybe it doesn't, and he's going to come across off the 9 now. And here, when he gets on the 10, he'll have to make a decision. Do I want to come up into the balls? Do I want to lightly come up there and get the 12-2? Do I want to get to the backside of the 1? Key here is stay off the rail, right?
Well, yes. And you always have to love his commitment to the shot. He makes a decision. Now, I think he kind of got caught in between there. I think he was going for the 3 and just came up light. You think he was trying to track inside to get on the 10 and just overhit it then?
Yeah, I think he cut that ball to the pocket a little thin, too, so that'll make the cue ball work. But I think he might shoot here anyways.
Whew. Well, this is a big-time shot. And you almost have to go inside spin, don't you? No.
Or straight high, one of the two.
But straight high, if you get into that 13, you may get nothing out of the shot.
Yeah, you may scratch the side.
But the good
as
thing
well.
is, if the straight high means that you won't miss this ball, then you can still defend yourself.
Right.
It's if you try to get greedy and don't get anything. Okay, he just went outside, trickled down.
Yeah, safety in mind, not wanting to give up a shot. And I think these two probably maybe a little more mental against each other, kind of like, oh, I think I can outmove him. Oh, no, I think I can outmove him. Neither one of them are classified one-pocket players overall. They sure do get 8 and out pretty well, though. But, if you had, if I'm playing one of these guys, right, I'm trying to lean on the moving side of things and, just kind of wonder how they're thinking against each other, maybe. All right, he's coming into the pile lightly off the 10. Oh, he came up here. Not bad.
You don't think Gorst can bank the 1 back? Or
He
is
can.
it just too thin?
He can.
Okay.
He's got to kind of slow bank it because you don't want to catch the 10 drawn across. You want to make sure you get below the 10. I thought he'd move the 10 and come into the pile with the cue ball,
Now,
off
there's
the
nothing
rail.
really good for Filler. Could he float the 10 over on his side and get the cue ball on the end rail down there?
That's a great shot, actually, Mark. That's really good.
Oh, this is better.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is way better. If you can get into the but the only thing is now you kind of force him to shoot the 10.
Yeah, you don't want him to be able to cue the ball. So that's decent. He got him somewhat in the pile as far as this 10. And that's the thing you have to realize. When you're not going to the rail with the cue ball, it's almost the long back, straight back banks are the ones you're going to give up here and there without noticing or not realizing you're giving up that shot.
Because he got him on the stack, it leads to only one ball unless he could maybe thin. I don't even know if he could thin bank the 3 balls. It's pretty close. So.
What's he doing here? Going 3 rails? It's the only thing I can imagine. So the Levitt popped out, though.
Pretty heady shot, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, well, Josh will learn that you got to take the 2-rail kick at the 3 there, and just take the foul. Even if he would have got there, you saw he would have given up an 11-ball bank.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, how these guys run balls. An extra ball is really nothing, especially with all of them down here.
True story.
And it's all about percentages. If you need 8 and you take a foul, and now you just need 9, that's just, what is that, 13% more or something, 12% more?
Yeah.
It's when you need 1 and you don't want to go backwards because now you're going 100% more than what you needed.
Gorst is weighing how he wants to approach getting on the 15, looks like.
Yeah, it should be. Oh, I'm surprised it's a high ball. I thought he had just done 2 rails, get the 15, and then have the angle to go for the 10.
Oh, he was going into the stack.
Yeah, I thought that was gambling. And again, all the balls down here, so every shot, even though he's got a lead at 5-0, still very dangerous situation for both players. Gorst, one of the few players we've seen break to that pocket this week here, Mark.
Yeah, I think it's maybe more of a comfort thing. Gorst is a veteran of this center court here at the Derby because he's been coming here and playing in this since he was 16 years old. But yet he's only 23, and he seems like he's been around a long time already.
I know, it's amazing. Okay, great that he made it because I think Josh may have forced the 15 in cross corner maybe. Not sure it really even went. But now looking at the 13. Playing for 2. This is tight. Oh, and you're not on the best side to shoot it, so I think you got to play safe here. May get a little action on the 1. Oh, he didn't shoot it with much speed.
I like the idea. The other choice there was going high off the 15 and just 2-cushion it down to the end rail and just try to develop the junk over there in front of your pocket.
This is the kick I was talking about earlier when he decided to go 3 rails. He could have kicked 2 rails mildly at the bottom of the 3 it was on the side cushion. Now here you want to lay on the rail. If you get up behind it, that's fine. That's a lot of speed. That's a lot of speed. Okay, I think he can get at the 14 with no problem. 13-5 both go to finish rack 1.
Oh, yeah. He was able to control that nicely. All right, game 1 goes to Fedor Gorst.
Josh Filler deserves this, but when I watch him play, or let's say I watch others play him that are really good players, I kind of notice at times they play a little like worried, and I understand it because you feel like Josh is going to make anything on you. So especially in a tournament format and a short race to 3, you can play stressful anyways, but then you kind of get away from not playing the game. And if you're not playing the game against Josh, what's your real chance of winning?
Right.
So, but I don't think you're going to have that here with Fedor. I think Fedor's going to play really confident. Of course, he's used to playing Josh a little more than some of these guys, but one thing that Jersey Red really stressed to me was the game will defend itself if you play it right. You don't have to, Play it pretty standard for the most part. And then occasionally you'll think of your opponent with a specialty kind of circumstance like Efren kicking and kissing balls and all that kind of stuff. Same thing with Filler with the straight shooting. I like the 3-rail kick around and behind the 14 here. Even though there's just a couple balls, this could be a little dangerous. Played it real nice. Real nice.
The great Jersey Red. He'd come into the pool room, it'd light up. The Ayatollah of one hola.
Yeah.
Big burrito, one paquito.
Yeah, my favorite is the one he used to say, yeah, when I'm in Rome, they call me the high priest of a pocket apiece.
He was fun.
Yeah, I like that shot that he played it with a lot of control. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That's the beauty of that shot. If you think about getting out of the break playing one pocket, if you can get through the first shot. Now, this is why you worry about Josh Filler because of things like that.
Very creative. Looked like he might get something because they all kind of burst his way open, but then they all cluttered up in such a way that you'd have to manufacture a shot.
Yeah, but just, you know, you can sit there and talk about, yeah, maybe that was dead. That wasn't even close to dead. He had to play it with the right speed, the right kiss.
He's thinking about the 15 off the 2 here. No,
The 8,
he's thinking
huh?
about the 8 off the 2.
Well, because the cue ball, because the cue ball's better with the 8.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Pretty good job. Rub the 14 up in front of his pocket.
Yeah, and Federer's got a 9-ball facing him that is pretty attractive. So we'll see what he feels like he can do, because whatever you do, you just want to be successful at. So it's a difficult one to get out of. Very touchy to try and come in behind these balls, move them, not give up a cross-corner bank. So he'll weigh the options and still consider the 9 maybe the best option. Now, if he could, well, I don't even see that working, Mark. I'm trying to see how to get out of the safe here.
It was a really good shot to put him in this predicament where he's going to have to execute a great shot just to survive.
Yeah, this is where the 4.5 versus 4 1/4 make a difference, getting behind the 14.
What a good hit, but I don't know. Maybe he did get away with it. I don't know. I think it goes.
I think he makes this.
Yeah. Referee wants to inspect for a double hit.
Should be okay shooting away a little bit. Ooh. Oh, I thought he might get on the 7 there. Looks like the 2's going away from the 8 a little, so he may have to draw the cue ball and may be able to hit it light. I was a little shocked he didn't consider moving the ball off that, really, but not saying he should have. But between the 9-7 here, Mark, this is a little odd here. If you hit the 9, you could get behind the 10.
We'll see how good he hits the pocket. Hit it just the way he wanted to. He's okay.
So many options, hard not to get one, right?
And his speed was nice, so he's not driving balls a long ways if he does rub one.
Yeah, the 9, you don't like what's going on off the 10 here. You could hit it thin and scratch. You could hit it thick and scratch. I wouldn't try to go by the 10. That looks really, really hard to do. I think I cut the 11 here, maybe. I don't know. You can cue pretty easily.
Yeah.
You can hit it with a high ball. You're going to go off the 15, I think, on the good side.
Well, certainly if you feel like you might scratch on this, you can't play it.
So you're playing this off the 5?
Yeah, off the 5. That's probably the best shot because then you can tuck the cue ball behind the 10.
Yeah, if you didn't make it, though, you might see Gorst going for a shot.
Oh,
what a beautiful touch.
Very, very smart shot there. Those first 2 shots just had too much peril. This one, he could do it with great control. Figures to get it close no matter what. Oh, he hit that fat. Yeah.
Oh, my.
That wasn't a skid. I was looking right down the line, and when it came off the tip, I was like, well, he's hitting that pretty fat. I think he's trying to take pace out of the cue ball.
Yeah, he was throwing it.
Right.
He just didn't get enough throw on it. Maybe hit a little fat, like you said, just from the get. A little flat here on the 6. The 3 does go. You got to believe he's going to try and get on the 7 or 3 here. Yeah, he doesn't want to play off the 6. Does that tell me it's really flat?
Yes.
Okay. Because looking at the monitor, there is some angle, and he's really good at the stun. So he's going to lay up for a bank, it looks like, to get the run started after the 6.
So he had to hit it pretty hard just to get that little bit. Looks like he fell on it pretty nice, though. And I think, this would be one of these that he's not just trying to float to the pocket. I think he's going to go ahead and kind of bet the game on this.
Yeah, he's still in the game right here.
Right.
From nowhere. And the 11 opens up everything. Could stun forward for the 5. Then after that, he'll drop behind for the 13, 15. Yeah, and, the way the table's played, of course, it's getting broken more every minute. But you can, with a good stroke and a little speed, you can get a little slide on this ball off the bottom rail. Doesn't it? Doesn't have to hit it absolutely perfect. Oh, is he going 13?
Oh,
okay.
Didn't see that.
Okay. Well, he did decide to play a little more safe with it. He's gotten good on the 5, but he's going to probably draw out. I would draw out for the 3-7 now as long as the line's good. You got 2 options. You can fall on that 11 ball from the 3, no problem. You can do it from the 7. Because if he gets a little funny on the rail here playing for the 11, it could be a little awkward. I think I would come above him myself.
You see, it laid just a hint the wrong way. You would have had to really do a big stroke and use side spin, and he felt like this is a better option. Now he can get to the bottom of the cue and bend it. The inclination is to hit it fat to get the cue ball to go properly, so he's got to be mindful of that.
Yeah, I guess he can go forward by the 7 here and come out to the center. That would be the proper thing.
Yeah, that would be ideal if he can do that.
So that made more sense just drawing back. I thought when he was getting that angle, he would be going into the 7 with the cue ball, which is something you wouldn't want. Whoa, what a big miss in game 2. And Josh, with winning the banks, he's going to be the one feeling a little extra heat about that master of the table. He knows what a win here would do. Pretty much, I wouldn't say sew it up, but you got to believe it would.
You win 2 out of the 3 events and you go deep in the other, it's awful hard to beat you.
The only reason I wouldn't say sewed it up because he does have to prove it in the 9 ball, even though we figure he's going to go deep.
Right.
But there are a lot of great 9 ball players here, and it is winter break.
And nobody has a bigger target on their back than Josh Filler. If a guy doesn't win any of their matches, if he just wins that one, that would be his tournament.
Yeah, the 3 big targets are the guys we have left in this event, right?
Absolutely. You're always going to get everybody's best effort.
Fell a little flattish here. Gorst playing for 3. Both players are. That's how big that 10 ball was. Wow. Couldn't afford that. Raced to 3. Lost the lag. So he was already behind. Made a beauty to get this run started, Josh did, with that kiss shot. Just let a ball get away. Oh, he hit this perfect.
He did. Controlled it very nicely. I thought that might have required something more than that. Well, now Gorst has got himself in the spot. If he makes the 7 ball, he needs 1. Filler will need 3, and he gets to play position to shoot his game ball first.
And he'll shoot it. A lot of times you don't want to come back like this because you could get yourself in a worse spot. But the 10's not too hard to move from up table, just in case he gets on the 12 somewhat where he doesn't like it. He's gotten perfect.
Yeah,
he's not even on a rail or anything.
Beautiful.
Yeah, he's going to shoot it.
Beautiful shot.
No guard on the cue ball, just level out.
Right. Yeah. You don't want to complicate things here. Gorst taking dead aim.
Yeah, I love his routine. I was always a big routine guy, but I talk about him, how he just really relies on it. He really just leans on that routine.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous run out. 2-0 real quickly here, Jeremy.
Yeah, and he's got 2 breaks to win the match, which is all you could ask for. And it's race to 3.
Yeah. Looked like it was going to be 1-1 just a couple moments ago, and then slight error by Josh. Earlier today, Josh put on a 9-ball clinic here, beating Shannon Murphy 9-0 in about what seemed like 17 minutes. I was told it was closer to 30 minutes.
Now,
not take
interesting here. Look at where he's pulling the cue ball. So essentially, he's pulling the cue ball out more by bringing it back, right?
Right.
The line of the cue ball, if you brought it to the head string on that same line, he would be out a little more, and he still caught the kiss.
But
now,
okay, what happens? Re-break, right?
Re-break, yeah.
Re-break.
Yeah.
So it's not a penalty.
no.
For once. Normally it's a penalty had he not made a ball.
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah. But, I mean,
Big difference.
A lot of people have a problem with that, but the rule is, and the reason the rule is that way is you can't win with it. So
Yeah.
most scratches
you
are
lose?
unlucky kisses. Like he didn't miss hit. He just got a kiss down the rack.
Yep.
So if you can't win with it, you shouldn't be able to be penalized with it. Is the thought, and I think that's totally correct.
It can't be both ways.
Right,
You either
right.
you don't play it or you do play it.
Now he had the cue ball back another ball's width or so. Now he's brought it up a little more. Missed the kiss with the.
Okay, much better.
How similar is this to the first break? The 8's kind of pushed into the 5
Yeah.
like it was, you know.
Yeah.
All right, he's got a couple nice shots. He can shoot through the 13, banking it to his side, go between the 10-12, and put him on the back of the 11-3. You want to use the 13 so you can get the 13 on your side. A lot of people say, well, why wouldn't you just chip the 10 and get him there? That's easier. Well, you can't get the 10 on your side doing it. So that way you keep him off the 1 a little bit here. Now, he may force draw it with some speed.
I tell you what, Gorst Filler made a good defensive shot there because there's not much he can do. He kind of painted him into the corner where he has to shoot at this 1-ball bank.
Now, again, against some others, you may go forward and leave him long and straight on the 13, maybe a cut on the 8. But here he'll try to fire this.
That's out of the question with Filler.
Yeah.
Can't leave him long enough.
Now, I'll tell you, the speed this is going to have on it, he could clear his own pocket if he doesn't get any twist.
He's going to have to hit this good. Did I say something? He had to hit it good. But look at that. He landed full on the 13 just in case, too. That required a good shot. Probably not fully controllable either.
No, but, I mean, that's the thing. You got to make that bank, you can't kind of try to cinch it. You got to let the stroke out. So, boy, if he could kill the ball here, it'd be nice to shoot the 5, come up into the pile.
It seems a hair thin for that, but, if anyone can do it, this would be the guy.
John Schmidt could get straight in on that 5. He kills the ball. It's unbelievable how good he kills the ball with that straight low. He's just got that little timing with it, that little nip. I think straight pull had a lot to do with that. So the reason why he wants to kill it, no future on any other shots, really. 11-3's got everything. He hit it hair thin. It's going to roll up. Right by the pocket, it rolls up just a touch.
But I think it was thin to begin with.
It was. Yeah. It was a little bit. And this is super touchy. Love to concede this ball. He's got to worry about giving up a bank on the 11 or some kind of play on the 11. Oh, nice shot. He didn't even go up there. That's a good shot.
I don't know if you can rub the 3 just lightly and go 1 rail across and bring it back to the stack. That would be pretty nice.
That's the shot, Mark.
But, well, it's pretty sensitive, too.
Yeah, but he's so close, he should be able to do it. When you're so close, these guys.
Really important shot here, and that opens up the pocket, too. If he can get there.
You can
really
even get it on the 6.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be on to the
he
stack.
Did great.
Yeah.
He did great.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, well, yeah. I don't know. I guess if you would have let me set him with my hands, that's where I would have put it, Theo.
All right, Josh becoming a 1-pocket player, knowing to open a few balls on his side here when he comes back with the cue ball. Very smart.
Uh-oh.
Very smart.
He's okay.
Yeah, he's left a little more angle on the 5, so now he can beat the double kiss if he desires, if he chooses to. There's a rail first ticky that gets you into the stack on the 5 as well. The stack's not very big right now, though. That's the problem, Even here, this is much more sensitive because he's going to open the 11 a little bit coming off the 6.
And from distance. How do you do?
Yeah. I
don't know if he got there. I don't know if he did. If he sold out of the bank, but the bank is pretty well guarded here by the 5. He didn't have a full pocket with it.
Yeah, he's still going to try and shove him up behind the 3, I think.
Playing the combo bank.
Josh has done real well to get out of this break. He's got a couple balls on his side. Now Fedor did, get a couple with that 1-ball bank in the 8, but he's kicking, he's sticking. Oh, just moving him. Nice shot. Very smart. Very smart.
Get those out of there while he could before Josh busts them open somehow and gets a couple threats down there. And that's all he had was a passive response. You don't see that happen that much at this level.
Is he looking at the 3 if it banks? Couldn't imagine him going for the 5. No way there. Could roll back on the stack here off the 13. He's going to go off the 6 back into the stack, it appears. Oh no, he could get to the 13. Nice shot.
Great shot there. Tremendous. His speed control and his accuracy with the direction of the cue ball coming off there. And if he got that wedged up there, yeah, once again, a passive response. It's not what you want to be doing, playing these great players. You've got to get something developed on your side.
Yeah, he's going to check here what the stack and what it looks like but he can move off the 13 and go to a real nasty area about halfway up that rail past the side. It's going to leave everything very, very awkward, very difficult to get to. So if he can shoot through this and go forward, that would be pretty good. He caught the kiss, but he actually got it on the line I was talking about, though, so still shouldn't be easy for Josh. Everything's a little partially snookered. Can't see enough of this one, can't see enough of that one. And just to inform you, again, if this score holds true and Filler gets defeated here, he'll be out. And SVB would have to beat Fedor twice to win this 1-pocket title, which I think Shane's got a banner in all disciplines here, correct? I think he's won a 1-pocket, maybe 2 of them, actually. He beat Joey Gray, I think, in the finals one year, if I remember correctly.
I remember that.
Yeah, 2011, maybe? Just a little guess at that, but somewhere around there. Oh, Joey played a heck of a tournament that year, I remember it, which just sets up perfect for Joey. Really snug player and really good under pressure. So I think the race to 3 and, I think good for Joey. All right, this isn't going to get any better for Filler. He's going to be down in the corner here or close to it. Probably wants to not open much, though. You don't want something to get dead.
He's just going to pin the cue ball to the 14 ball there. No, he's going down table.
Yeah.
Opening more balls, making more problems.
Yeah, no, you got to do that, or else you're really not taking the advantage that you built up, right?
Yeah, right.
So.
Right. This is far superior by dislodging a few more balls.
Yeah, and whenever you just pin him, you're kind of telling him what to do.
You're right.
They're just going to kick behind or shave a ball. Now he's got to make a sound decision and execute. And it's going to stay free for Fedor for a bit. Ooh, I think he's got the 13. Now here he doesn't have to play it to the pocket. Just got to play the cue ball safe over on the good side of the table. It's kind of like You know, if you ever seen that game, your fouls don't count?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you just roll the ball out, it's a sucker game in a sense, because you're never putting balls towards the pocket. So a lot of times, until you know better and somebody gives you that spot, well, you'll play safe really well because you can just roll the ball anywhere, but you're not getting balls near your pocket. So
I see.
yeah, here again, just play the cue ball. He's going to leave him an out on the 14. He's just hoping something gets down here a little bit. 3 ball. 3 ball.
Nice, nice. Yeah.
Here's that 14 ball out I was talking about. But if something, settled near the pocket,
Right.
things would be pretty problematic. Now, he could do it mildly or he can do it firm. But when you do it firm, you don't know where the balls are going, so he could easily leave a long rail bank or straight in. Ooh.
Mighty glad that last turn of the cue ball there.
It was a sweater for a minute, wasn't it?
Boy, looked like it was going to be gruesome.
Yeah, and again, Fedor definitely dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's, looking at what he's going to leave.
If he rubs the 7, that opens up a lot more balls. Can he control the cue ball, get it down in that far corner again?
I like that shot, Mark. I really like simple when you have the advantage. He's going to remove the 13. Maybe put it on the spot, actually. He may just make this up in the corner. That way he can cover up the 3. You see that? So now if he gets all down there, he didn't want to scratch falling it in, but now that ball coming to the spot, it's all about eclipses in this game,
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you're saying. He kind of protected the 3 by getting the 13 in between the cue ball here.
Yeah. If he gets even further down there, he's really good. Now Josh can come off the 10 and drop below the 3. Come off the 14 maybe, dropping below the 3. Not easy, though.
And he could also kick the 3 if worse comes to worse.
Yeah, good call. Got a ball on his side.
Yeah, that helped quite a bit.
I think Fedor can get at the 7 and cross it over towards the 10. He's just got to do it mildly. There's a little wrist there with a double kiss. Little wrist there with a scratch. Not much, but anytime you're hitting this ball light, you kind of feel like, oh, he's putting right spin. So he wants to cut it more to make sure he doesn't get any kiss. Oh, he still got the kiss. It's amazing how often that kiss happens, too, even when you're trying to avoid it.
Mm-hmm. Well, now this is Filler's deal. Straight shooting.
Yeah, well, just like the Banks final, right? We saw Justin Hall get up 2-0. Oh, he got on the bank. Now that ball hanging may be a problem here in a moment. But, I mean, wins this game on Fedor's break. If he can win the next game, all of a sudden it's heel quickly.
All right. Oh, yeah, these matches can turn around in a hurry.
Oh, he's ducking. He's trying to get short side and duck.
Pretty darn good shot. That's pretty thin, so the cue ball is going to be hot.
Boy, I can't believe he's not shooting it, though.
No, I think he's going to shoot it. I'm just saying he's trying to. Oh, maybe not.
Because he could put low outside and go into the 14 and hold for the 3-2 and all that. But maybe that last one he missed, right? And game 2 was very similar to that shot, a little cut back from behind.
And it might have been thinner than we were even thinking that the cue ball was to be triple hot. Right?
Yeah.
Controllable into the 14.
Okay, he wants to come up that side rail again, removing the 13. Oh, okay. Put it on the spot. He's going to get a little clips on that ball as well. How's the speed with the cue
good.
ball?
I think that was more controllable than him trying to push through.
Well, I think it's better, too, to be honest with you. He left him flatter on the 9. He got a little eclipse on the ball on the spot, I think, which he did. That's a great camera view. So he's just going to push the 15, try and drop. Watch out giving up the 2-railer on the 15 here. Oh, is that enough? Oh, he went for the make. Almost gave up a cross corner. This is Larry Neville special. 3 rails. back and forth. It does go, and you can bring the cue ball up the side rail. You needed a little more angle on it to be like real comfortable, but it will twist back and forth 3 rails. I wonder how the kickbank is. I think he's sizing up the 3-railer. I really do. When he got down on the ball there, I think he was aimed towards the lower, half of that 15.
The cloth is still pretty slippery.
Yeah. All right, he's just going to get it across, try and bleed the cue ball up the table. And this is no good. This is real nice to bank the 15 and come into the 14 with the cue ball. Now, there are banks you give up in return, but you're betting on yourself to somewhat make it and put it over the pocket. Got a little thick. So this is the problem. It's forcing a guy like maybe Fedor to make a bank on you.
Well, he got the cue ball right on the rail. I guess if he makes this, you just shake his hand and not worry about it.
Yeah, it's just how the game is.
Because if he doesn't connect here now, then Josh is in a tremendous position to win this game. But yeah, here we go. We're betting the game on this shot.
One thing is he definitely wants shape, though. Don't want to just be rolling it for 1. Now, does the 3 pass the 13?
Yes.
Into Josh's pocket, it does?
Oh, my bad.
I was just thinking if he does roll it, does Josh have to get out? Or are the 3, 9, and 13 a little goofy? The 9 don't pass the 13. The 3 doesn't pass the 13. So I'm just wondering if, Josh is definitely getting out.
Elevated cue. Going to make a super accurate hit here. Wow.
Well, you see it arc. I don't know if you saw it arc.
Yeah.
But the elevated cue is all about position. That's why he shot it that way.
No, I understand. I'm just saying
Just
that
incredible.
Yeah. Usually you want to flatten out.
Yeah, and Filler didn't do anything wrong with his shot. That's just part of the game.
Sometimes you're forced to shoot.
Yeah. So now playing for 5, and they're certainly there. He'll get the 9 and 3 after the 13. Yeah, the 4, 14 are pretty easy to get on. I think the 6 and 10. The 10 definitely goes. The 6 doesn't appear like it does.
Checking where he wants to be on that 3. Anything close to where he's at right now wouldn't be bad. I don't know, maybe just a hair more shallow than this, a little straighter, so he can easily manipulate the cue ball back behind the 14 and 4.
Anything straight or beyond is okay because he could always draw behind all those balls.
Just a hint, well, this requires more travel, so if he comes another foot, but that maybe it wasn't available in terms of, yes, he could get there, but it was too risky, so he had to cinch it to get here and just accept that it's going to have to work harder.
Yeah.
Topspin, Jeremy?
I don't know.
No?
I don't know. It looks
It's a bigger swing, but also more, you don't likely collide into a ball lightly and monkey something up.
Yeah, he's not one that likes a lot of side spin with his, he's like we were talking about earlier, the rolling ball would spin.
Yes.
He prefers the stun over that ball unless it's all necessary. So I expect him to draw this, I would think. But, he's cueing middle and goes down with the tip. So he's going to draw the side rail right before the side. Yeah.
Now, if he clips this, which he didn't.
Yeah, really, the clip wouldn't have hurt that much either.
No, not in that case. But, sometimes if you lightly clip the 10 and you get tangled up there, the 10 gets on top of the 6, and then you get weird.
Yeah, this is really...
Ooh, really good shot there.
Match ball here on the 4. He'll have position on the 14.
I like the way he's locking down on this.
Well, that's what I say about him. He really relies on the routine. You know what I mean? Like he leans on it. No matter the moment, no matter what, he goes through it and swings the cue.
You know how quickly these matches can turn around. I mean, Filler doesn't need any help. You give him one chance here, and all of a sudden it could be 2-2. wishing he'd really lock down on that ball. Tremendous performance there. It was just all Gorst. All right, this has been ACCUSTATS video production, the worldwide leader in billiards programming. That is our time for this time. Until next time, so long.